Alright, hello guys. Sean Longford here on the Watchman Report. You know, I've done a video already on the firmament, but what I did was I never knew that the language in Ethiopia was Gezes, I believe is what it's called. So what I'm about to do for you guys is I had Grok translate everything so that we know exactly what the words mean. And at one point, I even asked, do we have to fly through water to get to space? Trust me, this is going to be very interesting to you. I'm going to go ahead and hit play.
Yes, according to the Ge'ez text of the Ethiopian Bible and traditional Ethiopian Orthodox Church teaching, the sky firmament Ṭäfär does separate waters below from waters above it. There are waters above the sky. What the Ge'ez text says. In Genesis 1, 6-8 Ge'ez. Wade Jizaiber Laken Ṭäfär Makala me kama yfelt Makala me wakona kamahu. Wagabra Jizaiber Ṭäfära wafalata Jizaiber Mabla me Zatata Ṭäfär Wamakala me Zamalta Ṭäfär. Key point. God made the Ṭäfär firmament sky expanse in the middle of the waters to divide the waters under the Ṭäfär from the waters above the Ṭäfär. This is not metaphorical in the traditional Ethiopian reading, it describes a real structural division in the created cosmos. Ethiopian Church teaching on this. Ethiopian Orthodox tradition preserves this ancient biblical cosmology in a layered model. Earth. Lower sky firmament Ṭäfär, where the sun, moon, and stars are placed. Genesis 1:14-17. Waters above the firmament, sometimes specifically called Hanos in Ethiopian commentaries. Higher heavens with angelic realms, etc. Some Ethiopian teaching materials explicitly state that on the second day God created the sky, which is made of water. The waters above Hanos are understood as part of the original ordered creation that God established. This matches the broader ancient Christian understanding seen in Fathers like Street. John Chrysostom and others that there really are waters above the firmament, held in place by God's power. What about space? Do you have to travel through water to get there? No, not in the way modern people usually imagine, like flying a rocket through a literal ocean. In the traditional Ethiopian model, what we call space, the region where the sun, moon, stars, and planets are, is located inside or as part of the firmament Ṭäfär. The waters above the firmament are beyond that layer. Modern Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, like the vast majority of Christians worldwide, do not believe that spacecraft have to punch through a giant body of liquid water to reach space. They accept space travel as real while still holding to the truth of Scripture. How do they reconcile the two? Theological, spiritual meaning first. The Bible's main point is not to give a modern scientific diagram of the universe. It reveals that God brought order out of chaos, created a safe and habitable space for life on earth, and that everything exists under his sovereign control. Ancient description. The language reflects how the cosmos appeared from an earthly perspective in ancient times, a structured heaven with waters above, like a cosmic ocean or reservoir held back. The flood connection. Many connect the waters above to the flood account, where the windows of heaven were opened and the waters above came down. Some see this as a real event involving those upper waters. God's power holds everything. Even in the ancient view, it was never thought that these waters would just fall on their own. God's command and power keep the order in place. Summary. Question. According to Ge'ez Ethiopian tradition, is there water above the sky? Yes, the Ṭäfär separates waters below from waters above, called Hanos in some Ethiopian sources. Is the sky firmament made of or connected to water? Yes, some Ethiopian teaching says the sky created on day 2 is made of water, or closely tied to it. Do you have to travel through water to reach space? No, space, sun, moon, stars, as understood as being within the firmament layer. The waters above are beyond that. How is this understood today? The description is true in its theological meaning and reflects ancient cosmology. Modern space travel is accepted as going into the heavens firmament region without contradicting faith. The Ethiopian Church is one of the most ancient and tradition-preserving Christian bodies in the world. They take the GS Bible very seriously and have kept this layered cosmological understanding in their teaching materials and commentaries.
So what are your thoughts on that, guys and girls? Now that you heard that the sky separates the waters above from the waters below, which I guess is the ocean. But when I heard about Noah's flood, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard pillars of water were shooting up from the ground as well. And I also found out that there are real oceans below our own oceans right now. So the oceans we know of, apparently they found oceans below that. I thought the farther you went down, we went into like the mantle and the core and stuff like that. But so space is its own entity. But apparently there is water up there. And the dome, meaning our sky, is one part of the firmament that is protecting us. And then there's a part of the firmament that actually has space in it. So if you guys watched my one video where I did a diagram, like I showed photos of what the firmament could mean, it's kind of making more and more sense that that third photo is what the firmament truly is. And I would advise you guys highly to go back and check that video out. But hey, I'm not on here long tonight. This isn't a long video. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been looking into the Ethiopian language. And that way, when I read the Bible now, I could go back and see what the words truly meant. And then see if there's any differences. So I think when I start reading from the Bible on here, that's the route that I'm going to take. But that is all for now, guys. As I always say, I'm new on the scene. If you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, shoot me a comment, maybe even a share. When you do that, it helps my channel grow. And I want to grow past 50,000 or 50 followers so that I can start going live on here. So the sooner, I think I'm at like 37 follower or subscribers now. So I need a few more and then I can start going live. But even more than that, I want to see this channel grow and grow and grow. And the background behind me was from an old podcast I did on TikTok. So that will be changing to match the Watchman Report very soon. But that is all for now, guys. I love you all. This is Sean Longkert signing off. God bless every single one of you.